Hello, welcome to the Medaille College Libraries. My name is Tom. Today I'm going to do a tutorial about some of the resources available for you for doing research in psychology. I'm going to talk to you about a few of the different databases and show you how to navigate through them. I'll also talk to you a little bit about locating journals that we may have access to here at Medaille. First thing that we're going to do is get to the library homepage. From medaille.edu, go to the Academics dropdown and select Libraries. This will bring you to the library's homepage. From here, if you're looking for psychology, research in psychology, there are a couple of different things you can do. One, you can search for books using the catalog. Two, you can look for specific databases if you know what they are, or search by subject down to psychology. Or the other thing you can do is go over to the topic guides. The topic guides have been put together by the librarians to help you figure out which databases to use based on the research needs that you have. I'm going to click on the psychology one, and you're going to see here different databases and websites that are going to be available and useful to you doing psychology research. Now, not all of the databases that are useful are listed here. I'll mention a few others at the end, but today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Psych info database. A lot of the ideas and processes that I will use today in Psych info are transferable to the other databases as well. Psych info is a very broad-based database. It has citations of articles, it has full text of articles, it has dissertations, it has reports. It's a very broad-based, all-encompassing database. The other one, Psych articles above it, is very specific to a number, in this case 42 journals published by the APA, and they are all full text articles within Psych articles. Again, you can choose either one. Today we're going to search Psych info. Click on it, and you'll be prompted for your Medaille 1 username and password to log in. Now these databases are subscription databases. That's why you need to log in. Unlike on the web, not everything is free, so if you're looking for articles in specific journals, they may not be freely available on the web. Some students do use something like Google Scholar. They'll find an article, and then it'll turn out that they are being asked to pay for it. Don't pay for the articles. Chances are we have them available within the Medaille databases. One of the reasons to use the library databases is you'll eliminate that need to take the extra step trying to get access to articles. Once you search within here, again, we have many full text articles. Most of the articles in here tend to be full text, or we have links to them, or we can get them through interlibrary loan. Today I'm going to do a quick search. As you can see, the default search here is 3 boxes, and they're linked here by the word and. You can change that to or not. Typically you leave it on and to narrow your search down, or it would expand your search. So if you were searching on a term that had multiple terms but had the same meaning, you might use or. Typically, again, people use and to narrow the search down. Again, over here we'll talk about these in a minute. It says select a field optional. Typically you can just leave that blank unless you're looking for something more specific. There are other ways you can narrow your search here as well. Linked full text, peer-reviewed, publication date. We'll talk about a few of these in a little bit. First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a very quick search. Say we're thinking about different types of therapy that could be used for stress management for students. So what I wouldn't want to do is type that in there on the first line as one long search string. I want to pick out some of the keywords and search on the keywords. So the first thing I might want to do is type in the first major keyword in there, which would be stress management. And I'll hit search. And it comes back with 15,674 results for the search term stress management. So what we want to do is we want to narrow that search down. Again, the and is there. And on the next line, we're talking about therapy that would be used in stress management. Hit search. And now I'm down to 2,908 results. Again, what I was thinking of is therapy for students that deals with stress management. So what I can do there is on the next line, enter students. Now I'm down to 211 results that deals with different types of therapy used for students to deal with stress management. So what we can do from here is we can take a look, and there are a number of different types of materials returned. You can see academic journals, you can see books, there's other ones in here that might be reports, there might be some in here that are conference papers, etc. Dissertations and theses are available in here as well. Again, many different types of materials are indexed in PsycInfo. What we may want to do is limit our search. We can limit it to linked full text. As you can see, some of these articles may say interlibrary loan via Iliad, some may say check link source for more information, and some may say full text. What we can do is we can limit it to full text. If there was an article you wanted that wasn't full text, we can get it through our interlibrary loan system. So you can click on that and it would populate the interlibrary loan form, and you can request it that way. Typically an interlibrary loan article takes about 3 to 4 days to be delivered to you, usually delivered electronically. So it is pretty convenient. But sometimes people are doing research and they're looking for the full text of an article right then. So we can click the linked full text, and then we can also click peer reviewed. Typically when people write for an academic audience, they try to be published in an academic journal. There's actually a process of peer reviewing where a board of your peers will actually review your paper before it gets published, make any corrections, check your research, etc. Sometimes you'll be asked to use peer-reviewed journal articles. So again, you can limit it this way. Click Update. And now instead of our 211 results, we're down to 19 results. So with luck, one of these articles is going to be about the different types of therapy that can be used with students for stress management. I can scroll down here. They're going to be full text or linked full text, and they're going to be from peer-reviewed journal articles. This second article might seem interesting. Teaching mindfulness-based cognitive therapy to students, the effects of MBCT on levels of mindfulness and subjective well-being. This might be exactly the type of article that I'm looking for my search. If it is, I can click on that. And what it's going to do, it's going to bring up a more detailed citation. Again, you'll see the title, the authors, the source, in this case Counseling Psychology Quarterly. Then down here an abstract, which again is going to be a brief summary of what that article is about. And you can see some other things down here at the bottom. Specifically in the APA journals, they're going to mention what type of study it was, and this one an empirical study, a quantitative study, peer-reviewed journal, talks about the age group. You can see the different age groups, the different tests and measures that were used. There's a lot of different factors when you're doing the psychological research and writing in these articles, and you can limit and search based on those factors as well. So if you're looking for just empirical studies, you can do that. So there's different ways that they index these to make them more searchable. The other thing in here which is very useful are the subjects. And again, all the articles are indexed by subject terms. And so if you clicked on any of those, you'll be able to find some other articles that are dealing with the same topic. Up here, you can click on the PDF of the article and be able to read the full text of the article. You can email the article to yourself. You can save it. There's a citation button over here. You can use that. Just be aware that it's not always perfect. So double check your citations against how you're supposed to cite it in your paper. The other nice thing about PsycInfo is it also has the cited references from the article. If you click on that, any articles that were cited for this article will be here. Again, if they have full text, you can click on that and read that article. You can request it if it doesn't from interlibrary loan. The other thing that's nice is it has time cited in this database. So anytime this article was cited by another author, it's going to be linked here as well if it's in this database. Same type of thing. You can see some of them are full text, some may be interlibrary loan, some may be in books, etc. But it's a nice way to follow both the research that these authors used to write their paper and who's using this paper for further research. So that's kind of just a real basic idea of how to do a search within PsycInfo. Again, some of the other databases are very similar in how to search. The PsycInfo database is provided by EBSCOhost. If you click on this Choose Databases, you can see some other databases that are provided by EBSCOhost, including Psych articles. Health Source Nursing Academic Edition is a good database that might become useful at some point. If you're doing any type of education research, ERIC is a useful database. So again, there are other databases within here that are very useful. Again, we did our search in PsycInfo today. Again, you can try some of these other databases, use similar search terms, and you'll be able to similar search processes, and you'll be able to do a search in one of the other databases as well. To get back to the library homepage, click on Medaille College Libraries, and it's going to take you back to the library homepage. I had mentioned before, in the middle where it says Databases, under Find Databases by Subject, you can click on Psychology, hit Search, and you're going to see some other databases that will be useful for doing research in psychology. Again, these ones are useful, and the other large database provider we have, ProQuest, is also a very useful database for doing research in psychology. You can click on the P for ProQuest Central, click Connect, and you'll be able to see, again, what this database looks like. It's very similar to the EBSCOhost database with the 3 search boxes combined by AND. You can limit it to full text and peer reviewed. You can narrow it down a little bit by subject so you can search just social sciences. Again, there's some different ways to do research within this database, and you'll get a different set of results than you received in the EBSCOhost database. So again, do your searches in multiple databases because you'll see multiple results, different results based on different databases. The last thing I want to talk to you about today is searching for a specific journal. If you know a journal title, but you're not sure if Medaille has access to it, and you're not sure which database it might be in, say you found an article and you wanted to take a look at it, but you don't really know where to start, you can always search to see if Medaille has full text access to a specific journal. In here, under Journals, type in the journal title. I'm going to just search for American Psychologist. Hit search. And it will tell me which database has access to American Psychologist. In this case, it's Psych articles. We have access to it from 1946 to the present. If you click on the link for Psych articles, it will take you to where you can search within the publication if you're looking for a theme, or if you're looking for a very specific issue, you can click on the year, click on the volume and issue, and then you'll be able to see the different articles that were within that month's or that quarter's issue of American Psychologist, and then go to the article that you were looking for, click on it, and be able to read it that way. So just another way to get access to the information that you might be looking for. Back to the library homepage. And again, if you ever need assistance, click on the Ask a Librarian link down here. When Medaille is available, when we're open, we usually have the chat online open. If we're not available through that, you can always send us a message via email. We'll get back to you either by phone or by email, or you can give us a call, or 24 hours a day, the Ask Us 24/7 librarian is available. Click on that, and it's an instant message chat, and you can always talk to an academic librarian anytime during the day. If you have any questions, obviously give us a call, and thank you for your time today.